let you know all the little tears gon' come and go. Baby, just gotta make up your mind that every little thing's gonna be alright.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about theme parks reopening. How exciting is that? This is a very spontaneous video. I didn't plan to film this video, haven't written any bullet points down, haven't really got a structure going on, so it might be a bit all over the place, it might be a bit messy, I might just ramble on about utter shit, but I mean, it's the quality content that you've all subscribed for. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Zoe, welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button because I upload twice a week and I will be uploading a lot more often now that the theme parks are actually open and I can go and vlog, which is so exciting. And I have already done 2 vlogs from Alton Towers Gardens and I've got one more on the way as well, and then after that one I can vlog the actual like rides and the actual park opening and everything, so it's all very exciting. So before we get started, I should just mention that, as you can clearly see, I am outside. It's like 900 degrees outside, and it's just way too nice to be inside, and it's meant to rain tomorrow, so I'm making the most of the nice weather today. So a few days ago, me, my mum and my best friend Kaya, we were all at Alton Towers and I was taking them around the gardens. We did get a little bit lost. If you want to go and watch that vlog, link in the description, go and check it out. So we sat down and Kaya looked on her phone and Boris Johnson was actually making a statement. So we were all sat there for about half an hour, I'd say, and we just listened to what he had to say, and he mentioned the tourist attractions, leisure places, hairdressers, pubs, restaurants, and theme parks can reopen. And if you want to see my reaction, again, I did actually react to it on the vlog, but theme parks are reopening. How exciting is that? When I heard the news, I was ecstatic. I was so happy. I was so excited. I think we'd always like held on to hope that they would open on 4th of July, but no one kind of knew for definite that they could, you know, definitely officially open. And I didn't want to let myself get too excited because I knew that if I got way too excited about 4th of July, like going to Alton Towers on the 4th of July, then it probably wouldn't have happened. And now it's like, you know, it's official, they can actually reopen, they've got all their measures in place. I can actually start getting excited about it and start getting excited about visiting other places as well, like Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and I don't really know what other parks I'm going to this year, to be fair, but yeah, just I'm so excited, and I can finally be like, yes, I'm officially going on the 4th of July. I'm also going on the 5th of July as well, but 4th of July, Alton Towers, I'm going to be there. Hi Minnie. So the reason I have decided to go to Alton Towers opening weekend instead of Blackpool Pleasure Beach is because, number one, it is actually Kai's birthday on the 4th of July and she wants to go to Alton Towers, so I'm doing that for her, and then I'm also going on the Sunday as well, but that time I'm going with my cousin Chris, but yeah, that's like the main reason. And then number 2, Alton Towers is literally like 45 minutes away from me, so really not far at all. And then number 3, when I went to the Alton Towers Gardens, I loved them so much and I really wish that I got the chance to go more. I kind of just didn't really see an appeal for it at first. I was just like, oh, it's only a few like gardens, like it's not really that interesting. And then my cousin Chris invited me along and I was like, okay, I'll go, like it's only £1. I need to make the most of my Merlin pass. So I decided to go, and I'm so glad that I did because I fell in love with it. I just fell in love with that place, and I kind of remembered why I got a Merlin pass in the first place. It's because of Alton Towers, and it's because I fell in love with Alton Towers. The gardens are absolutely beautiful, and it is nice to go and do the gardens whilst all of the rides are closed, because it's like a nice opportunity to go to the park and just relax and not have to worry about going from one ride to the other and getting a load of rides in one day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just nice to walk around and just relax and just take it really steady and just like chill out. You can also go and see other parts of Alton Towers as well. When they said Alton Towers Gardens, I literally just thought you could just only walk around the gardens. That's it. Nothing else around Alton Towers. No, that is actually wrong. You can actually walk around the... what is that? There are some weird creatures around. But yeah, you can actually walk around Alton Towers just as a whole. Like you can go and sit near the gardens, the towers. You can go sit near the towers, you can go to X Sector, you can go over to Wickerman. Like, I didn't know that you could do any of that, so yeah, I'm really glad that I went. And going to the Alton Towers Gardens just made me a lot more excited for Alton Towers to actually open and to be able to get on all of the rides, and it just reminded me why I fell in love with Alton Towers in the first place. It's such a beautiful park. It is huge, but it is stunning. You can get amazing views of Alton Towers. Like, it's just a really beautiful place, and it's an amazing theme park, and I can't wait to get back on the rides and just be able to experience Alton Towers the way people should be able to experience it, you know, by going on all of the rides and just, like, you know, seeing entertainment and getting food and just like simple things like that. I am so excited for. Hopefully I will get to go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach a few days after Alton Towers. I'm not really sure what's happening because Gulliver's Kingdom rang me this morning and they asked me if I wanted to go back, and of course I said yes. I've missed work so much and I've missed being a ride operator so much this year, so I am so happy that they have rang me back up and they've basically just took me back, which I'm so excited about. And I basically just have to go back for like freshers training, and you know what I mean, just have like a refresh on it all, and you know, do stuff like coronavirus training and how to keep safe and keep you guys safe and keep all the rides clean and everything. So yeah, I am going back to do that, but I'm not sure when that's actually happening. Gulliver's Kingdom is opening on the 18th of July. I'm not quite sure why they aren't opening on the 4th. I just don't think that they're ready yet, so I think they are opening on the 18th instead. And yeah, it's just, oh, it's so exciting. Like, normality is coming back into our lives, kind of. Obviously it's not really going to be the most normal thing in the world, like having to wear a face mask on rides and having to social distance and everything, but I mean, at least we get to experience the rides and we get back into the theme parks, which is so exciting. So at Gulliver's Kingdom, I actually work on a high ropes course and a zip wire, and they both require guests to wear harnesses, and us as staff also have to wear harnesses as well. And I'm not sure whether they're actually going to be able to open this year, because obviously to wear a harness and to put a harness on somebody else, you do have to get quite close to them, and obviously those harnesses are going to be going through loads and loads and loads of people, and I mean, if you're going to clean a harness, it's going to have chance to like dry off and everything, because you're going to have to obviously just sort of disinfect it or something along those lines. So I'm a bit unsure about what's happening with that. I don't think I'm going to be able to operate those this year. I'm sorry about that gate, by the way. It's not locked. My next door neighbours aren't actually there at the moment, and obviously nobody can go and lock that gate, so it's very annoying, so I apologise about that. But yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with that. I don't think I'm going to be able to operate those rides this year, which is really sad, because the zip wire especially was my favourite ride to operate, and also the high ropes course is called the Crow's Nest. So my Crow's Nest training that I did last year, it's basically just gone a bit out the window, because I basically trained at the end of last season to be able to work on it this season, and it took 3 days of training. I had to do an exam, I had to do an assessment. Like, it was stressful and it was hard work, and it was very tiring, and that's basically just gone out the window, so I love that for me. So I do think when I go back to Gulliver's Kingdom, I am probably going to be trained on some other rides, which is a real shame, because I basically just don't really want to do anything else. I just want to do the zip wire and the Crow's Nest, because I find them so much fun, and I know it sounds weird, but I just love anything to do with harnesses. I love being up high. I just, you know, it's like with the Crow's Nest and zip wire, you're always doing something, whereas on some of the other rides you kind of just press a button, check restraints, and that's basically it. In a nutshell, that is it. Obviously there is a lot more to it than that, but yeah, with the zip wire and crow's nest, like, it's just so much fun, and you're always doing something, and it's very physical, and I don't know, I just really love them. Like, they hold a very special place in my heart, and the fact that I'm probably not going to be able to operate those this year kind of breaks my heart a little bit. I do really hope that we can support some of the smaller parks when they are open, like Lightwater Valley and Drayton Manor and Portons Park, just some of the smaller parks, because they are going to need a lot of support after this. Places like Merlin Parks and Blackpool Pleasure Beach and whatever, like, they are going to be able to make up their money pretty quickly because they are really popular, whereas places like Drayton Manor and Fantasy Island, Adventure Island, like, they're not usually as popular, and obviously them having to be closed for like 3 months is going to have a huge effect on them. So hopefully I can get to some of those parks, and hopefully you guys can as well. Like, yeah, we need to support the bigger parks, but we also need to think about the smaller parks as well and support them. I'm not really that happy with Blackpool Pleasure Beach at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. I think they haven't really handled this whole situation very well in terms of replying to their customers. Like, I do love that place, and I will always love Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and it will always be my favourite place on the planet, but their marketing team really is on a different level. I know a few people, including myself, that have tried to message Blackpool Pleasure Beach about something and they just haven't replied. They haven't replied to anyone, and apparently same with Fantasy Island as well. They haven't replied to anyone either. I'm not sure about other parks, but those are the 2 parks that I know of that haven't replied to anyone's messages, and I just think that's so, like, not right. I also think the whole e-ticket system that Blackpool Pleasure Beach are doing is quite complicated. I do think it is a good idea, and it is a really good way of getting rid of wristbands, but they've just made it so complicated, and there is, like, they didn't need to make it that complicated. Like, even if you have a season pass, if you buy an e-ticket, you have to, like, upload your own photo, and then I think you can only... They're not doing Pleasure Beach passes this year. My mum's diamond pass has been deferred to next year instead, which is very annoying, because now it means that I'm gonna have to pay for my mum to come into Pleasure Beach, even though she doesn't ride anything, but I still want her there with me. Just, you know, it's just a special thing that me and my family do together. You know, we do it together, we do it as a family, regardless of who's riding rides, like, you know what I mean? Especially for my birthday, like, I really want to go for my birthday, and I want, like, everyone there with me. I want my parents there, I want Kaya and Dom there, and it just means that I'm gonna have to pay £25 for my mum's wristband, which is just so expensive, for saying that she isn't even gonna hardly ride anything. Like, yeah, she'll ride Alice in Wonderland, and she'll probably ride the carousel, but that's about it. Like, she won't really ride anything else. So, like, it is kind of annoying, but I do understand it and I do get it, but it is very annoying, and I just don't like the fact that they haven't replied to anyone's messages. I just think that's so not right, because they have so many loyal customers, and so many customers that have paid a lot of money in the past to go to that park and are still gonna pay money in the future to go to that park, and it would just be nice if they had the decency to reply to a message rather than send an automated message telling us that they are closed. Like, I think I kind of already know that, so I just think, you know, like, Pleasure Beach, reply to messages, like, please, I beg. I really want to know, because I am keeping my 2020 season pass and I'm gonna get the discounted one for next year, so I want to know, is there a limit on when does that offer end? Because I did ask on my Instagram stories and I had a few people reply, but I had very mixed answers, and I don't think anyone really knew a definite answer. So if anybody does actually have a legit, truthful, definite answer as to when, like, when can I buy my 2021 pass, Like, I know I can buy it now, but when does that run out? Like, do I have until the end of the year? Do I have until next week? Like, please do let me know if anybody knows, because I need to know, because I'm gonna get my discounted one and it should be around £48, I think, and like that's such a bargain. Like, I want to go for it, but obviously I don't want that offer to expire at any time soon. I usually get my season pass at Christmas time because it's basically my main Christmas present every year from my parents, and so obviously, you know, I've not been at work for 3 months, my parents are struggling for money, can't really afford it right now, I'm not gonna lie, so it would be nice if I could wait until Christmas to get it. If not, then I'm just gonna have to use my money that I get paid from Gulliver's. But yeah, I want to know, is there like a time limit, or can I just wait until like Christmas? Another thing that I'm not too happy about is Fantasy Island charging £25 for a wristband that lasts for 4 hours. Like, I have always supported Fantasy Island, and to be honest, I always will, because it's like my childhood park. I grew up at that park. I've always been visiting that park since I was born. So like, I could never kind of turn against them, but I think charging £25 for 4 hours is ridiculous. Like, and if it's a busy day, like I know they've capped capacity, but still, that doesn't mean that it can't be a busy day. And if it's a busy day, you ain't gonna get on many rides. And I just think like it would be £55 for me, my mum and my dad to get into Fantasy Island, because they are charging £5 for non-riders, which I guess isn't really too bad, considering that Pleasure Beach kind of used to charge, is it £10 or £12? My mum said £12 earlier, but I swear it was £10. But yeah. So I don't think £5 is actually too bad. So yeah, and it would be £25 for my wristband and £25 for my dad's wristband. So that is £55 just for 4 hours. Like, if it's like that all year, then I'm definitely not visiting Fantasy Island this year, which is really sad because I do really miss it, and I do really want to get back to Fantasy Island, but I can't justify paying £25 for 4 hours of rides. Like, just doesn't sit right with me, and it's so expensive. And I think they're also charging for a full day's worth of car parking as well. I'm not sure how much that is, but you have to pay if you're going to park your car there. Even if you're just there for 4 hours, you're going to have to pay for a full day of parking. And I think, yeah, I do get it. I do get that they need to make up their money, because obviously they've lost like loads and they do need to get their money back. But £25 for 4 hours, I'd rather go to a fun fair. I'd rather go to my local fun fair and pay like £12 for 4 hours. Like, £25 is just extortionate, like it really is. Obviously the main ride I'm excited to get back on is Smiler, Oblivion, Big One, Icon, just all of my like favourite rides. I'm very excited to get my adrenaline rush back, because I am in need of my adrenaline fix, so I'm super excited to get that back. You do have to wear a face mask on some rides at Alton Towers, same with Pleasure Beach. I think pretty much like all of the theme parks, you are going to have to wear a mask on certain rides. Like Alton Towers, it's pretty much all of their roller coasters apart from Octonauts. So do make sure that you bring a face mask with you. If not, then definitely buy one at the parks. I was gonna just wait and buy one at Alton Towers, but I decided to buy my own just in case they don't have any left at Alton Towers, because I feel like loads of people are just gonna go straight for the face masks. I'm really hoping that they do like Smiler face masks or like ride branded face masks. Because a Smiler face mask would be so cool. I'm kind of thinking like a black face mask with maybe just like the Smiler logo, just something really like subtle, nothing too crazy, and I could wear that one to Alton Towers. I really want the Icon face mask from Pleasure Beach, so I could wear that one to Pleasure Beach. I've ordered one off boohoo.com. I'm just gonna wear that pretty much wherever I have to wear it. So yeah, but I do think make sure you have at least one face mask with you. Don't rely on the parks having face masks, because yes they will, but you might have to queue up to get inside the shops, which means you're kind of wasting ride time. They might not have any left. My face mask from Boohoo was like £3, and I think Pleasure Beach are charging like £6 for their face masks, which again, like, it's really not too bad, but if you can get them cheaper elsewhere, then you might as well. I'm so glad that you don't have to wear a face mask all day long. Like, you only have to wear it on certain rides, and obviously if you feel safer wearing a face mask all day, then like, go for it. Like, no one's gonna judge you for that, but personally I don't think I could, especially if it's going to be a really hot day. Then I'm going to be sweating so much, and I don't want a face mask to go on top of that. So I'm very glad that we only have to wear face masks on certain rides. The main parks that I want to get to this year is, of course, Alton Towers, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. We do have tickets for Chessington, but I don't know whether we can still use them, because obviously we now have to pre-book online, but we got like free tickets with the Sun, like, you know, the Sun newspaper thing that they do. We collected all these tokens and then we got free tickets. So I mean, they're dated, so we should be able to use them. I actually keep meaning to message Chessington about it. I always forget, but I'm definitely going to do that after I've done this video, in the hope that they do reply. I know that Alton Towers reply to messages, and even Lightwater Valley have been replying to messages. I don't understand why Fantasy Island and why Pleasure Beach and maybe a few other parks haven't been replying to messages. Like, I think that's so wrong. But yeah, hopefully we can still use those tickets. We have 2 free tickets, so one for my mum, one for my dad, and then I can use my Merlin pass. I do really want to go to Fantasy Island, but like I said earlier, I just can't justify paying their prices. So if the price for a wristband goes down, then we will definitely be going to Fantasy Island. If not, then I'm gonna have to miss it out this year. I would also love to get to Thorpe Park this year as well, but whether that's going to happen, I really don't know. I'd like to get to Lightwater Valley and Flamingo Land as well, so fingers crossed that I can get to those parks. Adventure Island as well is another one, definitely Adventure Island. And yeah, just basically make the most of my Merlin pass, hopefully make the most of my Pleasure Beach pass as well, because I mean, this was my first year with a Merlin annual pass and I haven't been able to use it, so obviously I really want to make the most out of that, and just go back to normality and just go back to doing what I love. Because when I went to Alton Towers Gardens, I loved it so much, and it reminded me why I love theme parks so much. And even though obviously the rides weren't open and everything, just being in Alton Towers made me so incredibly happy, and it just really reminded me of how much I do really love theme parks, and how much I have really missed them. I also just want to get back to Blackpool as well. Like, Blackpool is my favourite place, it's my favourite city, I love it so much, like I just want to go back home. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have to say. I'll probably think of something else that I should have mentioned in this video when I am midway through editing it, but for now this is all I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry about any like background noise or anything, I just really wanted to film outside today. If the audio is, oh my god, that gate, that's so annoying. If the audio is really bad and the background noise is like way too loud, then I will take that on board and I will never film outside again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you guys next time for a brand new video. Bye. And I didn't want to film inside, I wanted to change it up a little bit and film outside. So oh, hello, hi Cretin, hi Minnie. Do you want to come and say hello? Hi baby. No, you're just going to sit behind the camera. Okay. Oh my god, this breeze. Go away. I don't want the breeze. Hope. Oh, there's a fly. I'm not sure whether... no, I don't know where I was going with that. I do think it is a good idea, and it is a good way of... My brother's got his snake out. Where is she? There. So do just make sure that... Minnie, what are you doing? Oh.